I'm Sam Walker.
I'm Michael Walker.
And we started R&R Ranch about a year and a half ago, which was a huge dream come true and we never thought would happen.
I started working here as a stall cleaner about, 12 years ago now. And then they needed somebody to come on for maintenance and doing all sorts of things. So I just started working while she was working here, working her horses and stuff. And ever since then, it's just we've just fell in love with this property. And R&R Ranch is kind of one of the big things we wanted to do is share it with other kids. And we have our own kids now that are 5 and 7. They love being out here. They get to explore and learn tons of new things about animals and the desert. And we just have a blast showing them everything there is to do out here, and they learn a lot. And we wanted to share that with other kids and maybe people that wouldn't normally be able to experience that kind of thing.
I started out teaching kids when I first started my business. I started pretty young, and so I mostly instructed kids that were younger than me, obviously, or people younger than me, as opposed to teaching adults. But we wanted to be able to offer something for kids. We knew that the prices of everything in the horse world was going up, and so it was making it more difficult for parents. So in general, we were just seeing less kids outside, less kids with horses, and all these things. COVID hit, and the kids couldn't be inside as much, and so we had a jump of kids all of a sudden. And the kids were able to come out and be outside and be with other kids and be with horses. And so that was a huge, okay, this is actually something that we should actually offer. That kids could go, basically a safe spot for kids to be able to go. The barn was my safe place as a kid. I basically, from the time I was 11, grew up at the barn, and I would not be the person I am today without that, and I wanted to make sure we provided that for kids that wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity. We want them to be able to come out and be just like our kids are able to do, run around the ranch, see horses, see chickens, see all the things. And I just want to be able to, I wanted to be able to offer that to anybody, and I want to hopefully get some kids inspired to be outside a little bit more, to be okay getting their hands dirty and know what it's like to work with an animal, because I think that's also kind of falling a little bit.
When she says everybody, she literally means everybody. Just like this has turned out to be, we've gotten to work with a lot of really great kids already in the program that they're super into things that maybe I didn't think they were going to be into, like moving 50-pound bags of chicken feed into the chicken coop, and I had 9 and 10-year-olds stoked to put a T-post into the ground. So it's just, you never know what's going to catch one kid's interest, and it's been just a lot of fun seeing kids from all over, really, like different backgrounds and everything, come out here, and they all find their own thing that they like to do out here. So it's been really fun to foster those interests of other kids coming out and show them all sorts of different, not only things that will get them outside, but possible career paths and things like that in the future for them. So.
We want to be able to provide those opportunities again for kids that don't have that. So we didn't have that, and yet we're here. I don't know how, but just from sheer hard work, we're here. And so I think it's good for other kids to realize, you can do it too.
I'm Grace Fitzgerald.
I'm Allie Dewey, and we are with R&R Ranch. I am the barn manager, so my daily duties are to feed the horses grain, turn them out so they get time outside of their stalls, and I also teach some lessons.
Right now I'm actually, so I just volunteer with R&R, so I come out for mainly our Saturday sessions that we do with kids from foster homes, and so they come out and we do a little bit of what we call equine assisted learning, and do different sessions with them and just kind of like get the kids out and around the horses, and so I mainly assist with that right now.
I feel like Michael and Sam have just done such a good job of making it like a positive environment. All the clients, all the volunteers, everyone that is here is just so welcoming, and it just makes it such a positive experience to grow and just to keep learning in every aspect that they have here.
Okay. Hi, I'm Marta Gonzalez, and I've known Sam for about 10 years now, and started riding horses with her about 9 years ago. And I am here because Sam makes all the difference in every person's life that steps into this environment with horses. And Sam and Michael were able to purchase this property, and as soon as they were able to purchase it, their heart's desire was to start a nonprofit organization. Sam's sister had leukemia, and she made it, but we have had a daughter who had a life-threatening illness, and she didn't make it, and she was a horse girl. But Sam and I had that connection to know what it's like to have a sister or a child who's been sick, but how horses were there. And with our daughter, horses became her everything. And her horse was there for her throughout her entire battle. When she passed away, horses became my everything. So here I am on my own journey with horses, but also experiencing a loss, living with that loss. So when Sam and Michael started their nonprofit, I was like, I am all in. Please let me come, let me serve, let me help. I don't know the pain that each person has, but I know I have my own loss, I know my own pain, and horses. Oh, horses are there, and they can just meet a need in a way that nothing else can meet that need. I've seen children come here. I don't know their stories, but I feel like I can identify with them, and I see how each horse goes and nurtures that child, and how that child bonds with that horse. And it's just such a beautiful relationship that unfolds. And so horses, for me, are that connection to a place that no one else can get to. And I believe horses are that connection to every child that comes here. And so I'm just honored to be a part of R&R Ranch, and hope everyone else will come and experience what we all experience here.
My name is Sheila DeJody. I'm part of the board of R&R Ranch, and my whole career has been in education. I always find methods of education really interesting. So how somebody learns, how they think, and what we can do to enhance that for various groups of people is the most interesting thing for me. So there's such a variety of things that horses can teach you, and it's not limited to horses when we come to R&R Ranch, right? In addition to working with the horses, we also have, for example, the garden program, where we learn things like germination rates and how many seeds to put into a flat and how many plants can we get as a result. And those experiences help not only reinforce their traditional learning, but gives it in an atmosphere that allows them to benefit in other ways. EAL can impact everybody. It impacts children, it impacts adults, it impacts very healthy families, it impacts people that are struggling with some kind of challenge that they're looking to overcome. Our horses are our partners, and to us that's really important. They give us so much and we need to take care of them right back. So we need to make sure that they have adequate shelter and food and the medical care they need, including dental and the hoof treatments, new shoes as an example. All of those things are very expensive, but we need to do that in order to make sure that they're prepared and ready to participate with us at their optimum level. So ways that you could help us, that anybody could help us, is by bringing your unique skills and talents to our organization. And that could mean working with some of our participants for sure as a volunteer, but there are plenty of ways to volunteer. You could help us prepare the garden beds for some of our garden lessons. You could help us with the arenas or perhaps some barn updates that are needed to care for the horses. You could help us by preparing for events, either by contributing your marketing skills or perhaps setting up tables. There's so many ways that you can get involved within this organization and be a huge benefit to everybody that we touch.